tilts her head. Now, there's a lot of psychological reasoning behind a woman tilting her head, but mostly, especially if it's in a situation with just you and her, and the neck is a very important place, specifically because there is a major artery in there. So if she's showing you her neck, not only is she showing you her neck and tilting her head, she's also showing that she trusts you. Body cue number 2 is that they flip their hair back. So if a girl flips their hair back, they're basically doing the same thing that they were doing in cue number 1. They're tilting their head, they're playing with their hair, maybe they're showing you their neck. But a ton of girls like to fidget with things, and if they don't have a fidget spinner, they're probably playing with their hair. Cue number 3 is that they point their feet towards you. Now obviously I wouldn't go out of your way to like stare at her toes and see if they're looking at you, but if you're in an open setting and you notice that her toes are pointing towards you in a group of people, as opposed to maybe 5 or 6 other people that are in the group, and they're pointing specifically towards you, it is because she feels comfortable towards you, and there's an underlying subconscious sign that she likes you, and she might not even know that she's doing it. Cue number 4 is that she glances at you more than 3 times in under 10 minutes. And I've actually posted this tip on my Instagram before, but you can look at her 3 times, and if she glances back 3 times, it means she's probably interested. That, or you might be creeping her out. If you do it more than 3 times in 10 minutes, it's gonna start getting creepy, so I do not recommend glancing at someone more than 3 times, unless they're glancing at you first. If you notice that she's looked at you more than 3 times in 10 minutes, and it's not because you were looking at her first, that is a psychological cue of body language that she's probably interested in you. Tip number 5 is that she touches you. Now don't automatically go sexual on this one, but this can be anything from an arm on the shoulder to her actually pushing you away. Now you have to take this with a grain of salt, because she could be physically pushing you away because you're in her physical space, but she could also be doing it in a very cute manner that she wants to be aggressive. So there's a very fine line between her actually pushing you away and playfully in a cute manner pushing you away. Do not mistake this. Some girls actually do a playful slap or a shove, and they do this as a form of reverse psychology because they don't want you to think that they like you. And instead of just grabbing you and embracing you, they decide to slap or shove you. But with this tip comes a very fine line, because you could obviously come up to a girl, start a little conversation with her, and within a couple minutes you say something that you think is funny but it's actually really offensive, and then she ends up slapping you or pushing you away. In that you should take a hint. But if she's laughing when she does it, if she tilts her head back when she laughs, and she's using the next body language sign, it means that she's probably attracted to you. The next body language cue is that when she smiles, her eyes actually wrinkle. So have you ever seen those people who smile and you can tell that they're not real smiles? They're just completely not genuine? It's because when they're smiling, their eyes are not moving, and you can tell when a smile is faked, because the eyes will not wrinkle. A forced smile will come from just the mouth. But if you are uncontrollably smiling because something has made you feel joyful, your eyes and the skin around them will actually start to get pushed up and wrinkle. So with the eyes comes body language cue number 7. If you look into her eyes for longer than 5 seconds and she looks back and blushes, this means that blood is rushing to her face. And some people say that this is an evolutionary trait that has come from the past to show attraction. Now most of the time a blush is not really something you can control. So looking into someone's eyes for longer than 5 seconds can make them feel uncomfortable, and if you make them feel uncomfortable and they actually like you, they will probably blush. However, if you make them uncomfortable and they don't like you and don't have any interest of dating you or being with you, it'll be obvious and they probably won't blush. Tip number 8 is that she looks at your lips. Now this is a body language cue that is pretty easy to pick up on. I mean, if a girl is talking to you and you guys are having a conversation and she just looks down at your lips 3 or 4 times throughout the conversation, it's pretty obvious that she's thinking about kissing you. That, or you might have a booger hanging out or some food on your mouth that you probably need to wipe off. But it comes with the circumstances. Anyways, if she's looking at your lips, it's a very good sign that she probably wants to kiss you. You just have to notice her eyes. And the last one is that she bites her lips. And if for some reason you are having a conversation with a girl and she bites her lips, why are you even watching this video? Seriously, there are 2 ways that this could have went. It could have been conscious, which means that she knows that she was biting her lips. This means that she actively wants you to know that she likes you without actually just coming out and awkwardly saying it. Or 2, she unconsciously did it, which means that she really likes you and can't help display her affection and attraction in this super compulsive body language. So if she ever bites her lip and you are the only ones in the room, you should just automatically know that she's into you. So, as a review, I'm gonna go over these 9 tips. The first one is that she tilts her head when talking to you. The second one is that she flips her hair back or even plays with her hair. Some girls have nothing else to fidget with because they don't have their super cool new fidget spinner, so they just fidget with their hair and they twirl their hair and they play with it and they flip it back. Cue number 3 is that they point their feet towards you, and this can actually be from feet to all the way to knees to their whole torso. If something's pointed towards specifically you and you're actually in a group of a whole bunch of people, there's some reason why it's pointed towards you and not 7 or 8 other people. Number 4 is that she glances at you more than 3 times in 10 minutes. Number 5 is that she touches you. Either she puts an arm on your shoulder or around your back, or she's playfully pushing you. Remember, there's a very fine line between playful and offended. Number 6 is that when she smiles, her eyes wrinkle. This is super important, because if you can make a girl laugh, it's a very strong evolutionary trait of dominance, if you can make someone laugh. Number 7 is that if you look in her eyes for more than 5 seconds, or even if you just come up and talk to her, she blushes. Number 8 is that she looks at your lips, and number 9 is that she bites her own lips. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe for more, click the like button, and leave a comment of what other type of videos you guys want. Thanks for watching.